Hello and happy Thanksgiving! Happy Thanksgiving, you guys. I hope you're spending the day however you choose to, with family and friends, by yourself, on vacation, cooking, whatever you choose to. But today in this video, I'll be sharing a few vegan Thanksgiving recipes, and I'm so excited to actually try them. I haven't tried these before, so I'll let you know what I think of them. But we're going to be making a green bean casserole. It's actually gonna be really good. It's gonna have these panko breadcrumbs on them, and I love these kind of breadcrumbs. We're having a no-bake pumpkin cheesecake and also portobello mushroom cap steaks, so that'll be fun. All right, I have everything actually laid out by the meal. So this stuff is for the mushroom steaks, this stuff over here is for the green bean casserole, and then this stuff back here is for the pumpkin cheesecake. So for me, I like to get all my ingredients out first, so I'm not like running around like, where's this, where's that? All right, let's get cooking. Okay, I'm gonna start with this green bean casserole because it looks like it has to go in the oven for 20 minutes. And I pull up my instructions on my iPad so I can just have it like open at all times to see. But I'm gonna start with one small onion diced, and I have this little handy dandy slicer which does it all for you, which I love. So it says one small onion thinly sliced. And you're gonna wanna preheat your oven on broil if you have that, on medium. I don't have medium, the medium setting, so I just put it on high, and I'm just gonna check it a little bit more closely. Then you're just gonna get a pan with some foil, or I have these reusable pan liners, and it says in a medium bowl, toss the onion with olive oil and season with salt and pepper. So it's 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Do a little bit of salt and pepper. Okay, we're adding 3 tablespoons of flour, 2 tablespoons of these panko breadcrumbs, and you're just gonna mix these all up. Okay, so we're gonna broil these and then toss them about every 2 to 3 minutes. And for me, I'm either gonna put this on low or just make sure they're not burning. Total, it says it should take about 6 to 8 minutes. Okay, next it says prepare an ice bath. Weird. First we have to boil some water for the green beans and put the green beans in there, cook them until they're bright green for about 6 minutes. And then after that, transfer quickly to an ice bath to cool and then drain. I've never done this before, so let's see how it goes. We're gonna heat 2 tablespoons of olive oil in a pan. And we're gonna add our 2 shallots for about 5 minutes. Next, we're adding our mushrooms and then seasoning with salt and pepper. So cook this for about 5 minutes and then add the garlic. Okay, when this is good, nice and cooked, you're gonna add this to your green bean bowl. And then I think this is the last step. We're going to heat up 4 tablespoons of olive oil, and you can use the same pan. You're gonna whisk in a 1/4 cup of flour and cook until it's golden, about 4 minutes. And then add 3 cups of almond milk here. This is my homemade almond milk with my almond cow. And then bring this down to a simmer while you're whisking this in. So you wanna cook this until it's thickened, about 4 minutes. All right, it's been definitely over 4 minutes, and it's not the thickest thing I've ever seen, but I think this is what they're talking about. So I'm gonna add this to the green bean bowl. Alright, so we're gonna mix this all together and add it to our casserole dish. Should it be this liquidy? We will find out. I'll let you guys know. Don't put in the onion topping yet. Bake this at 375 for 20 minutes first. Up next is our portobello mushroom steaks with lemon basil aioli. And you're gonna wanna get like these baked portobello mushroom caps. I have 3 because I just used the 4th one for the casserole dish, but it'll all work out. We'll just have extra sauce or whatever else, it'll be fine. But make sure you wash your mushrooms and then pat them dry a little bit. So put your portobello caps in a bowl or like a deep baking dish face up, because we're gonna actually marinate them a little bit. So grab a bowl and we're gonna put in it 4 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar, 3 tablespoons of oil, 1 tablespoon of tamari. And if you don't have tamari, you can use soy sauce. You're gonna add just a pinch of salt and some pepper and a half teaspoon of dry oregano. All right, whisk this together. And then you're gonna pour this over the mushrooms and really get it in there. If you need to use your fingers, kind of push it down in there. I love not eating meat because like if I was like marinating chicken, I'd be so grossed out right now. So let this sit for like 10 minutes. So you're gonna add 3/4 cup mayo or yogurt, like vegan yogurt, or I added a small avocado, half of a lemon. You can add lemon zest. I prefer not to. Add 2 cloves of garlic and a half cup of packed basil. I'm assuming you're gonna wanna take off the leaves. I mean, the stems. All right, this should be good. Then you're gonna put this in either a blender or a food processor. If you need to, add a little bit of water if it's like too thick. And then taste test it. I think it's actually really good, I like this. All right, let's cook these. You can grill these, I'm sure it's preferred, but I'm just gonna use the pan that I used before. Add some oil, of course. I'm gonna go on medium heat, and you're gonna wanna cook them on both sides for 5 to 7 minutes each. Ah. All right, this one broke, but never fear. Now I'm just gonna add the rest of the marinade on top. So definitely cut these stems down a lot. I'm gonna save them obviously, they're still gonna be delicious, but if you want them to go flat in this pan, the stems need to come off. All right, over here, our green bean casserole is bubbling around the sides, and that's when they said to add on the onion topping and just bake for 5 more minutes. Check this out, and then it's going back in the oven for 5 minutes. All right, let's try these. The green bean casserole is done as well. So let's try these. All right, I'm gonna put some of this aioli dipping sauce on the side of these steaks. This is so funny. It's supposed to be like cutting steak. It kind of is. All right, let's see. Oh my God, this is so good. The mushroom steaks actually, they were the fastest to make, so I would definitely make them again. Oh my God, they're so good. It's so odd. It's like a trip that you're eating just like a mushroom. Mmm. All right, let's try the green bean casserole. I've never had a green bean casserole, to be honest. I would just like cook green beans, and whatever this whole mixed onion thing is, man, it really like amps it up. All right, who wants dessert? I'm so excited. I love cheesecake. I love pumpkin, so like this can't go wrong. If you do end up making this cheesecake, just know there's a few hours put into it. You have to make the filling ahead of time. So the cashews and yogurt I put into a food processor, and you're gonna wanna put that aside and let it set for 2 hours. And then I think you have to put it in the freezer for a few hours. So just make sure that maybe you make this in the morning so you can eat it at night. So my food processor is all clean now. And this is gonna be for the crust. So I'm gonna add in, it's a cup of raw nuts. You can use almonds or walnuts. I have almonds, unroasted, unsalted. And then a half cup of pitted dates, and these have pits in them. So I just kind of pull them apart to get the pit out. I think a half cup of dates is like 3 dates. And then a pinch of salt. You're gonna blend this until it's like a fine, like crust texture. springform pan, so I'm just gonna use this regular round one. And you're just gonna add your crust to the pan. Okay, so you're gonna add this yogurt cashew mix to your food processor. You're gonna add 2.5 tablespoons of maple syrup, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, a pinch of salt, 2 teaspoons of lemon juice. All right, and then you're gonna pour this layer on top of your crust. So I like flattened out all the crust. I'm actually gonna try and make it so it all kind of sticks together at the bottom. Adding this next layer of filling is like frosting a cake, if you guys know what I mean. And what I mean by is smooth it out, but don't touch the crust. Smooth it out, only touch filling to filling. If you touch the crust, it's going to lift it, and we want separated layers. I don't think mine's gonna be perfect, but all we can do is do our best. All right, the last layer, wash out your food processor again. I think I've used this at least like 4 times during making all of these meals. So I'll link it below. I think it was pretty cheap just on Amazon. So I'll link this below if you guys do need a food processor. But the top layer is gonna be our pumpkin, and I gotta show you guys something that I really, really love. It's this automatic can opener. Put it on top, press it down. Look at that. All right, so add this can of pumpkin. You're gonna add 1/4 cup of maple syrup. No, I did not say this was low on sugar. And I think that's all my syrup. That's okay. 2 teaspoons of pumpkin pie spice. 2 teaspoons of vanilla and 1 pinch of salt. All right, you're gonna blend this up. All right, add it on top, of course. Lastly, it says to take a toothpick or a knife and draw like a swirly pattern. So here goes nothing. All right, we're gonna take this and freeze it for 2 hours. Especially 2 hours later, and let's see this no bake pumpkin cheesecake. Here's how it looks. Swirls came out well. Wanna try some, Greg?
Yeah.
Come along. Here it is. All right, Greg's gonna try his slice too. Oh my gosh, really cold. I like it. It's definitely a little bit different than like regular pumpkin pie, but I think it's fun. Like the crust is fun, the filling is fun, so I think this is a great like alternative to pumpkin pie. I'm kind of sick of that. All right, that's all for my vegan Thanksgiving Day recipes. If you guys try any of them out or have your own favorite plant-based Thanksgiving recipes, comment them down below. I'm actually doing 12 Days of Christmas this year here on YouTube, so I'll see you guys soon for that.